Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be hopping on the trend going around the internet, tier ranking Harry Potter characters. Because that's the only thing I really know how to tier rank. That's the only thing I'm qualified to rank. The first tier is, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. Those are characters that it's gonna be a no. You're not moving through to go to Hollywood, you know? It's gonna be a no for me, dog. The next tier up is love to hate. These are characters that I don't like, but I love to hate. It's pretty self-explanatory. The next category is plain oatmeal. They are boring. They're characters that are enjoyable. They're nice when they show up in a chapter, you are happy, or in a scene, you are happy, but they're not your favorite. They're all right, they're enjoyable. The next tier, problematic faves. These are favorites that in retrospect have some pretty glaring flaws, but we still love them. The top tier is no choice but to stan. These are characters that we just have no choice but to stan. Okay, first up we have Harry himself. Ooh, I feel like this is not gonna start off on the best foot ever because right off the bat, this may be an unpopular opinion. I don't think Harry is that interesting of a character. He's interesting in what happens to him, but he himself, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put him in plain oatmeal because there's just not a lot going on there for me. So we have Hermione. Hermione is a character that was a favorite for me when I first read the books growing up. When I've revisited them as an adult, she's still a favorite, but I definitely feel like she's a little bit more of a problematic fave at this point. Particularly because of the whole SPEW thing, the Society for the Protection of Elfish Welfare. As great of an idea as that was, it was also kind of Hermione's white savior moment. I also think as a character, I a little bit resent that she is described as bossy so often because I think the word bossy is incredibly sexist. Next up is Ron. Ooh, okay. Ron is gonna go in enjoyable. For me, he's a little bit, he's got something there. He's not plain oatmeal, but he's not a favorite for me personally. That's all. Ooh, Ginny. Okay, Ginny is one. Let's talk about Ginny for a second because book Ginny and movie Ginny are not the same character. Book Ginny is significantly more interesting. Movie Ginny is plain oatmeal. Book Ginny is minimally enjoyable, but potentially no choice but to stan. Book Ginny is super cool. She's got a great arc, a great journey. Movie Ginny, it's not anyone's fault. She just did not get enough screen time for that to really come across. And so we're gonna go with the Book Ginny situation. I'm gonna put her in enjoyable. I liked her character. I didn't love her character. Ooh, okay. Victor Crumb. This is kind of random. Ooh, Victor Crumb. He's gonna have to go in plain oatmeal for obvious reasons. Percy. Ooh, Percy. I love to hate Percy. I'm sorry. I know he comes around in the end, but he just... Ooh, I love to hate him. He is such a little jerk. Bill Weasley. Ooh. Bill Weasley is at least an enjoyable. He's at least an enjoyable. He's not really problematic, but we might... Do we stan Bill Weasley? I feel like we kind of stan Bill Weasley. He does marry Fleur. Yeah, I feel like we kind of stan him. I don't know. Molly. Okay, Molly Weasley is going straight to the top. I'm sorry, there's just no debate in this for me. Molly Weasley is a bad bee. She is so cool, and she's a good mom. Yeah, we have no choice but to stand Molly Weasley. She fights dark wizards, she makes good food, she's just everything. And Arthur Weasley. Oh, Arthur Weasley kind of reminds me of my husband, honestly. And I'm gonna have to put him in no choice but to stan. I have a real soft spot in my heart for Arthur Weasley, but he really reminds me of my husband. Dumbledore. Okay, Bumblebee, Dumbledore. We're gonna put him in problematic faves. The reason he's a problematic fave is because he definitely is a great character and I love the character. There are some missteps that he makes. Mistakes were made partly because J.K. Rowling came out after the fact and said that Dumbledore is gay, which I just didn't think was necessary. It felt a little bit like pandering, and it also just felt irrelevant. He's also definitely got a sketchy past, but you know, he's still a fave. Hagrid. Hagrid for me is another problematic fave. I love his character. He is one of the best characters. He really is just such a lovable, likable character, but I'm gonna be honest, he had those kids doing some really dangerous things, and that's problematic. I don't think if you're the guardian and the adult in the situation, you should have kids messing around with hippogriffs, having them go into the Forbidden Forest when they're 11 years old. I don't know. To me, it seems like he was not sure where the line was, and despite good intentions, accidentally crossed it in darn near every book, multiple times. So, love Hagrid, but I do think that he is not somebody I would choose to watch my children, that's for sure. Cho Chang is plain oatmeal. Girl is unsweetened oatmeal. Snape. Snape is gonna have to go into love to hate. Even with the twist at the end, I just cannot deny that he was like low-key a bully to a bunch of little kids, and that's something that's just a little bit hard to get over. I get that he's gone through some trauma and there's some issues there, but you don't take that out on little child wizards. So, you know, we love to hate Snape, but we also hate to love him. You know? Ooh, Voldemort. Okay. Ooh, this is kind of a tricky one because I'm not sure if he should go in plain oatmeal or it's gonna be a no for me, dog. I think it's gonna be a no for me, dog. All that blood purity, I just can't get behind that. Sirius Black is kind of another problematic fave. I like what he gives to Harry and how he kind of brings Harry in touch with his parents in some way. But kind of similar to Hagrid, he has some, you know, issues from his past that I think he brings into his relationship with Harry that are a little bit inappropriate, and he kind of uses Harry as like a surrogate for missing James, which is understandable, but still does not make it okay. So we're gonna call him a problematic fave. Yeah. Ooh, Fleur Delacour. I know exactly where to put her. She is an enjoyable character. Is she something to write home about? No. But she is an enjoyable character, and I really like what happens with Fleur and Bill in the end. That's something that I really, really enjoyed. So we're gonna put her in enjoyable. Okay. The next character, Neville. Oh, Okay, straight to the top for Neville. We have no choice but to stan. He has such a glow up physically, the actor, obviously, but also he has such a glow up in the books, just a personality. Ooh, he starts off with that little, there's that bravery there, but boy, in the end, does he just deliver as a character. It's straight, no choice but to stan. Ooh, Professor McGonagall. This is another that has to go straight to the top for me. I'm sorry, maybe this is getting to be a really full category, but we have no choice but to stan Professor McGonagall. Smart, to the point, educated. She is such a cool woman. We have to love her. She's good at dueling too, which I think is pretty sweet. Okay, Professor Umbridge. Love to hate. Love to hate her, but mostly just hate her. Oh, Lavender Brown. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. Lavender Brown it's gonna be a no. Ooh, Peter Pettigrew. This is another character that is just gonna be a no for me. I hate his guts. I do not like Peter Pettigrew one bit. Something about book 3 in the end, when he gets away, oh my gosh. Okay, when he gets away in the end of book 3, I remember as a child, the feeling I was feeling, it was indescribable, but it was such frustration and anger and fear and just, oh my gosh, I hate Peter Pettigrew. Moving on, Dobby. We have to put Dobby up here in problematic faves. The house elves in general are an idea that sits a little bit weird with me. Okay, I think I'll just do like maybe a couple more. Draco Malfoy. Draco Malfoy. I kind of love to hate Draco Malfoy. I don't think he's actually that bad though. He's not bad like Umbridge is, but he just love to hate him. Dudley Dursley, what a little brat. I'm putting him in plain oatmeal because he was too spoiled to have to develop a real personality. So, Professor Slughorn, I'm gonna put him up in enjoyable. I liked Professor Slughorn when he showed up. I thought that was interesting. I liked that turn of events. The next character we've got is Cedric Diggory. Cedric Diggory. Minimally, he is enjoyable. He also kind of doesn't have that much personality though. So we're gonna actually put him in plain oatmeal. He's an enjoyable character. I think he's a nice guy. But we can just put him in plain oatmeal and be done with it. He is an unsweetened bowl of malt meal, Quaker oats. There he is. Professor Lupin. Okay, Professor Lupin. Honestly, we'll put him in enjoyable. I like Lupin's character a lot actually, but I just don't think he's at the level where I'm like, yes! But he is a great character, and I think he overcomes like a lot of obstacles related to discrimination, and I actually really like how his character was brought in, and it brought up points of discrimination that you hadn't really maybe thought about, prior to Lupin, at least not that much in the wizarding world. You knew about like muggles and like the term mudblood, but you didn't really realize that there were other groups that were really discriminated against in the wizarding world. So I really liked that he brought that in. And then I just liked his character. He's just a nice guy, but he doesn't really stand out to me in a really special way. So we're gonna just keep him in the enjoyable tier. Ooh, okay. I don't know if y'all gonna rip on me or not, but we're putting Kingsley Shacklebot right up to the top. We have no choice but to stan. No choice but to stan. He's just so cool. He's just super cool. I feel like Kingsley Shacklebot is a good note to end on. I think that's it for this video. I will see you later.